Yeah, relegation really hurts the whole dressing room, management. It's the first time I've been involved in a relegation in a role of in the cricket management team, and yeah, look, it's going to take a while to get over, but it's the result of the cricket we've played this year, which just hasn't been consistent enough.
The team got into a downward spiral, didn't it, pretty early on, and that's hard to get out of. Momentum can work for you, or it can work against you. Can
Yeah, I mean, ultimately over a season, stats don't lie. You have to look at the averages, and they're pretty poor reading from a batting and bowling perspective. Often you have years where one area is not firing, but almost every area this year has been pretty poor. One of our great strengths has been bowling teams out. This year we've struggled to get 20 wickets. In fact, we've only got 20 wickets once. And with a bat, Jonathan Trott averaging over 40. Otherwise, most of our top order batters are in the sort of mid to early 20 averages. So it's been disappointing.
the squad is in transition, isn't it? It's well documented. Some new players have come in, others have come through the pathway already. That process will continue, I guess.
Of course, yeah. We are in a state of change. We were able, perhaps in T20 cricket, to make some meaningful change in it and had effect on our performances. We played some really good cricket at during the second half of that tournament. Unfortunately, we've not been able to create as much or exact as much change in the Red Bull team, and we've paid for that with relegation. But certainly over this next few months. And over the next 12 months particularly, I think we'll see a bit more transition and a bit more change in that team.
And the likes of Sunny Singh and Matt Lamb have come through. The player pathway under Paul Greetham starting to produce again now, and I think that's going to be a big part of the future, isn't it, as Warwickshire strive to get back in Div 1 and stay there.
Yeah, the pathway is something we've been consistently criticised for. This year we've had 3 guys in the England under-19 team. This match, I thought Matt Lamb played well again. In T20 cricket, Aaron Thomason played a big part. Sunny Singh's played a role. In fact, he's got 2 fifers, which is more than anyone else has got in Championship cricket. So there are some positive signs there, and there is, there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel when you look at our squad for next year. But right now we are still hurting on the back of relegation. And it's important for us how we now finish the season. We need to try and keep our shape, and rather than write this year off and then we'll just crack on next year, I think we need to start working towards next year's campaign now. There's no time like the present to start putting in the hard yards.
With 2 going down out of 8 every year, it is a big churn, isn't it, these days? But the fact is, relegation is it's a big blow, isn't it, to your morale and the supporters' morale as well. So objective next year to get straight back up.
We can only, we feel the supporters' frustration. We feel like we've also had a lot of support from them, and I hope they can see that we are going through this period of change. There will be frustrations in certain corners, and we also understand that, but there is going to be change, and that does take time in cricket. It's not easy just to flick a switch and everything's all right. But overall, disappointing season. But so we're now looking forward to trying to put things right next year, and that process starts straight away.
And the process has started in the NatWest T20 Blast, hasn't it? Finals day again, with young guys coming in, new guys coming in and showing what they can do. So I guess continue that, all being well, in 2018 and transfer it into the Championship.
Yeah, we saw a team transform during the T20 period this year. We need to start doing something similar in Red Bull cricket. We've enjoyed a lot of success the last few years. Second division titles in 8 and 9, major titles in 10, 12, 14, 16. It's the first time we relegated in 10 years. It's tough to take, but as you've said earlier, with 2 going down in 8, 25% of division get relegated. At some point, everyone's going to take their medicine. The important thing for us is how we come back, and whether that's straight away or not, we need to make sure when we come back that we're absolutely ready to challenge for that Division 1 title.